Hey guys, it's Courtney and Seth here today, and today we are back at Universal Orlando Resort. We are staying at the new Terra Luna Resort, the sister hotel to Stella Nova. So we are excited to show you guys around as we explore the resort. So if you'd like to join us, let's go. Today we are checking into the new Terra Luna Resort on property at Universal's Epic Universe. During our stay, we will be showing you everything this new resort has to offer, so let's get checked in. Alright guys, so we have made it to Terra Luna, and this outside facade of course looks very familiar because we just stayed at the Stella Nova and they had this same entrance, so let's head inside. Alright, so heading into the lobby now, and just for reference, they do have like a regular door over to my left. But let's see, this one looks pretty similar, but it's laid out slightly different, so let's take a look. So here to my left, we do have the Vacation Planning Center, along with the Universal Studios store. Looks like right back there, straight ahead, is the Luna Bar. And we have the check-in desk over here, and then it looks like we have luggage services right over here, which is going to be our first stop to drop off our luggage before our room is ready. And since this hotel is more on Epic Universe property, of course they have some advertisement for that. And if you guys haven't seen our walkthrough of Epic Universe yet, be sure to check that out. Universal invited us down to check out the previews before Epic even opened. So be sure to go check out our POVs and our reviews of that after this video. And of course we have some nice little seating areas out here. Again, very similar to the sister hotel, but just a little bit different. Oh, and there's a cafe and market over there. We can check that out in a second, but first let's go in and check out the Universal Studios store. So of course, just like the other hotel, they do have some Epic Universe merch, but it looks like they are definitely not in short supply, so you can pick up just about anything to commemorate your trip to Epic Universe. And of course, they have some merch representing the new portals or lands in Epic. Looks like we have some Super Mario characters here, and looks like we have like some dolls, shirts, headwear, coffee mugs, again, about anything you could think of to commemorate your trip and your favorite character. And of course they also have some Dark Universe merch, again, which is a portal or land within Epic Universe, as well as How to Train Your Dragon, the Isle of Berk. They have some merch for that. Very cute little items here. And of course there is a new Harry Potter land in Epic Universe. So they have some familiar merch. You know, of course they have Harry Potter in Universal Studios and Islands of Adventure. But it looks like they do have a couple of new things representing the new Ministry of Magic portal. And staying with that Harry Potter theme, looks like they have some new wands and wand stands. And they also have some toiletry items if you forgot anything. And they also have some swimwear. So over here is the Luna Bar. It is about 12:10 right now, so it doesn't look like they're open yet. But maybe they may open, you know, closer to dinner time. But it looks like they have some beers on tap here. Looks like they have, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 currently. And I do recognize a couple of those, like the Voodoo Ranger. And unfortunately, I don't see a cocktail menu, but I can see that right back there they have some like wine glasses and other types of glassware that just, you know, leads me to believe, of course, they have cocktails. So I'm sure that they have some resort-specific cocktails and some nice drinks. So we'll try to stop back here maybe a little bit later and show you guys. And before we continue, just wanted to point out that here at the bar, they do have some really nice cozy looking seats, almost like sort of a beanbag hybrid chair. So this would be really nice. Come down here, relax, and enjoy a cocktail. Alright, so let's head into the Omega Cafe and Market, see if we can find a menu. So currently the parks are closing a little bit early, so I think they have like maybe a reduced closing time. I think they can tweak that based on how late the parks open. But right now they open at 6 and close at 11, so I'm assuming they have some breakfast items. But let's check out the Grab and Go Market first. So it looks like we have a little candy station, and we have some Grab and Go waters, Powerades, milk, tea, and waters. And it looks like we also have some grab and go prepared items. Looks like there's a bagel, a Harvest chicken salad sandwich, fruit cups, and some yogurt. Oh, and they have some overnight oats. They also have some pre-made sandwiches, salads, and they also have some prepared hot items. It looks like right now these are English muffins. And they also have some grab and go items here in the cooler, which I appreciate because sometimes they don't have these in a cooler, so you'd have to chill them yourself. But let's see what else they have. And of course they have some like grab and go cereal items, which they did have the milk for over there in the freezer. And here are the prices for the beers and hard seltzers, wines, and cocktails that we just seen in the cooler as well. And also here's a price sheet for, it looks like, all the grab and go items here in the market. And if I am remembering correctly, this market is very similar to its sister hotel over at Stella Nova, where they have ice cream over here. So it looks like they have a couple of different flavors, toppings, sundae, and shake options. And this is also the Starbucks location. Like every Lowe's hotel, of course, there's a Starbucks here. And again, very similar to Stella Nova, they do have some bakery items. And here's a look at those bakery items. And lastly, it looks like they do have hours for the market available, and the cafe I think is on the other side. And they also do some pizza delivery, probably to your room, which I think we first seen at Cabana Bay. But that's pretty cool. It's an option maybe for a late night snack. If you're tired, so get it sent up to your room. So right on the other side of the market, we do have the cafe. So it looks like over here they do have their Terra Luna cups specific to this resort. If you wanted to get these refilled, activate those every day of your stay, you could do that. And it's a nice little souvenir. And here are the prices for those refillable souvenir mugs for Terra Luna. Alright guys, so here's a quick look at the menu here at the cafe. It looks like they have salads, soups, lunar landing special. Looks like they have a quesadilla, wings, and a wrap. They also have their pizza options. Looks like quite an extensive list of pizza options. And then we have the kids menu with some side items and starry sweets. And then they have the beverages, and they also serve beverages with alcohol served in a can. And continuing left from the cafe, it looks like we have the pickup area right over here. When you order your food, you'll just come right around the wall to the order pickup. Then right over here, it looks like they do have the Coke Freestyle machines that you can use when you activate and buy one of the resort-specific cups. And of course, they have nice little seating options out here for you to enjoy your meal. And as I was leaving the cafe and market area, I did notice that there is a restroom area, of course, down this hallway. But also, apparently, they have an ATM. So if you need that, this is where you can find it. Alright guys, so we are heading up to our room. We are going to be on the 6th floor. I'll let you know when we get there. Alright guys, I have made it to our room. Seth is out parking the car, and I apologize for all the noise. It looks like they have a carpet dryer out there, so it's a bit loud. First thing I did want to mention, entryway is just a bit narrow. So maneuvering this by myself was a challenge, and I still need to figure out where to put it. So I can get an unobstructed view for you guys. So hold please. Okay, there we go. So right over here and in front of me, I think is just the closet area. Yep. So it looks like we have our ironing board, luggage rack, some hangers, laundry bag, and there's our iron, as well as a small safe. And I think those may be extra sheets or pillows. Looks like sheets. And right over here to my right, very similar setup, maybe exactly, to Stella Nova. They've got the curtain area that kind of separates the bathroom and the bedroom. So we have a nice vanity mirror right over here with some storage right underneath. And it also looks like they have a hair dryer. And also, we got a bathtub this time, so yay for me. I definitely prefer this over just the shower option. But it looks like they have their own specific bath bar as well. And this one is called Cosmic Ember. Actually, I think this might be very similar to the one at Stella Nova. I remember it being called something with the word invert in it. So again, sister hotel is going to have very similar items. And they also have the shampoo and conditioner bottles, not the little minis that you can take home, but they are mounted here in the shower for you. And right over here, we do have our coffee maker, ice bucket, some cups and items for coffee. And we also have our mini fridge right down there. And from the mini fridge, of course, we have the bedroom. So this design in here is a little bit different. This looks more like a view of a planet. The other one was more like galaxy and stars. So haven't quite figured out the exact theme yet, but we will work on that during our visit and try to maybe explain it in the outro a bit, but still space themed regardless. But we got 2 nice comfy beds here, very similar furniture and feel here at this resort. And these are lighted. I just noticed that. So I wonder how you maybe turn those on and off. Not sure, but that is like a really neat touch. And Seth just found it. The light switch is right here next to the bed, which is convenient. And we do have a very similar view to the view we had at Stella Nova. And what I mean by that is, for those of you who have seen our Stella Nova video, if you remember, we had just kind of tiny glimpses into Epic Universe. Not like, the parking lot. That's not what I mean. But you can just kind of get a sneak peek in there. And also, right over there. That's Stella Nova. That's how close it is. And I know I'm mentioning Stella Nova a lot, so if you guys haven't seen our Stella Nova review, it is the sister hotel to this resort. So be sure to check that video out after this video. And we also have a nice little seating area with, again, if my memory is serving me correctly, a very similar like pull-out tray table. And right over here, we have our phone and the rundown, which does talk about hotel policies like checkout times and when they do house cleaning services. And our TV even says, "Welcome home, Jackson Party." I think at Stella Nova it also said that, but I just think that's a cutesy little touch. And last thing before we start roaming around the resort some more, did want to show you guys the map view of what Terra Luna does look like. And on the back, we have our guide just to see what all we need to cover during our visit. So luckily for us, there is a resort shuttle even to Epic Universe, and this hotel does not have a designated walking path to Epic Universe like Stella Nova did. So what you would do is walk over to Stella Nova and use their walking path, so it may just add an additional couple of minutes to your walk. But anyways, guys, we are going to keep walking around the resort and take you guys along with us.
So actually, we wanted to get a bite to eat and a couple of drinks before we explore the rest of the resort, but I got a sausage, egg, and cheese muffin here, like Courtney showed over there at the market area. Grabbed a Red Bull, and we got a espresso drink from the stand there. It's pretty much a Starbucks, like she said, but did want to mention that you can use your annual discount here, which took off 10% for us, but we're going to try this out and we'll let you guys know what we think. Alright, so right on the back side of the resort here from the lobby is the pool. It looks like a pretty good sized pool, and it's actually almost like a circle, so it looks really, really large. I do see a lot of loungers. They've got some games over there like Connect 4, ping pong, and cornhole. Looks like there's some covered seating over that way, but we'll get a little closer here. They do have complimentary towels. Oh, and I see hanging on each of these loungers is a little tag that says mobile ordering. Please pick up your order at Moonrise Grill. So it's sort of like a advertisement slash link to their mobile ordering system. I don't know if that's through the app or just the hotels, but that's pretty convenient that you can just order whenever you want. And I'm assuming you'll go pick it up over here. We'll go take a closer look. Okay, so it does look like this is called the Moonrise Grill, which is pointing me to this direction. Okay, so back in here is where you can order and pick up, which reminds me of the one at Stella Nova. They kind of had a similar setup. And this is the Moonrise Bar, which is pretty identical as far as the bar at least. And they've got plenty of seating. It is a large covered area, so you can kind of cool off over here when it is a hot day to enjoy your snack or drink. Let's kind of get a closer look over here. It looks like they've got some type of frozen drink. I don't see a menu out here, and I'm out here at about 10 o'clock, so I'm assuming this probably opens around 11 or so if it is like Stella Nova. They do have a pretty good selection of taps here, and in the glass case back there they've got all types of liquor, so it's probably a full bar, so you could pretty much order anything you want. And I am sure that they have their own specialty menu. I'll look it up right now. Alright, so it is open daily, 11 to 9, and the bar is 11 to 10, and sometimes 11 to 11. So let's look at what they've got for food and beverage. Looks like they've got some snack options, perfect for the pool, and if you just want to come to the bar. Salads, they got burgers, sandwiches, tacos, wraps, and there's a kids menu. Ooh, and they've got ice cream, and they've got some cocktails here, and you can get a souvenir cup for $1 more. Looks like they've got a pretty good selection of some unique drinks and some mocktails. And if you've got the freestyle cup from the resort, they've got your refill station right here. And it's nice to see that they do have plenty of umbrellas around too, so you can sit over here and have a little bit of coverage while you're eating or lounging. Okay, so it looks like right past the elevators is the fitness and game room, so let's go check it out. Actually, before I got there, to the left looks like an actual, like, it says recreational center. Kind of looks like a training center slash conference room. Alright, now we're at the game room. The hours are 8 a.m. to 11 p.m. Let's go. So they do utilize the game cards. It's fairly small in here. It does feel a little bit smaller than Stella Nova's, but looks like they've got some decent games. You gotta have hoops. Always seeing the Jurassic Park. Love that they've been doing Mario Kart. This is a great arcade game. SpongeBob. They've got various crane machines. And air hockey is probably a popular choice as well. And the fitness center is open 5 a.m. to 10 p.m. But currently it's out of order. But we can kind of look through here. It actually looks like the usual. They've got free weight, dumbbells, adjustable benches. Looks like there's a cable machine there. They've got treadmills, other weight machines. Alright, so this morning we wanted to check out the breakfast, which is from 7 a.m. to 11. Let's see what they've got. Looks like they've got some savory plates, like a classic breakfast, frittata, nebula's nest, tofu, biscuits and gravy, stuffed French toast, chicken and waffle, Belgian waffle, chocolate waffle, actually a Belgian chocolate waffle. Alright, and they've got some handhelds like pizza, croissants, some sandwiches, a kids menu, and you can actually get some items on the side. Alright guys, so we did decide to get some breakfast while we were down there. We got the biscuits and gravy and a side of breakfast potatoes. We were able to use our annual discount, which took off $2, so the total was $19.17, and we did do a room charge as well. But it looks and smells delicious. Here are the breakfast potatoes, but we would kind of call them potato wedges at home. And here's the biscuits and gravy, which come with the over easy eggs on top with the gravy. The biscuits are under there. And there should be some onions in there as well. So we'll let you guys know what we think here in a bit.
All right, guys. So we made it back to the Luna bar. Wanted to show you guys the menu. So it looks like they have some lunar libations. Quite a few, actually. Looks like it's the whole 2 pages here. And system spirits. Looks like this lists the type of alcohol they have for vodka, gin, rum, and agave. And continuing with the system spirits, they have different whiskeys, brandy, and liqueur. Looks like whiskey might be their largest selection. And then we have our base camp brews. I'm assuming these are going to be maybe beers.
Yeah.
Yes, that's looks like it's beers and like canned beverages like hard ciders and seltzers. And then lastly, we have wine. It looks like they have it by the bottle and by the glass. And lastly, they do have some mocktails or spirit-free drinks available. Just looks like just 3 options for that. Oh, and then they have a separate section here that's beverages without alcohol. So that's just going to be like their Coke products and waters and energy drinks. And like I said earlier, the bar was not open, but it is now. So it looks like they've lifted the, I guess, shelf up where that wood is lifted up and you can see all of the liquor in the cabinets. Let's try to get a closer look. All right, guys, I've decided to order the Ariel. I'll show you once it's done. All right, guys, so here is my drink. I got the Ariel, which is very fruity. I've already tried a bit of that. So I'm going to try to finish the rest of this. We're going to head back up to the room, but I'll let you guys know what we think in the outro. Alright guys, so we wanted to wrap up our review of our stay here at Terra Luna, which is the sister hotel to Stella Nova that we stayed in a couple months ago. But first things first, I'll just say that they are very similar resorts, comparable to Surfside and Dockside, how they are sister hotels and kind of mimic one another. These two are the same. It mimics that same thing. This one just has a little bit more theming. From what we've gathered, like this is more about like a certain planet or exploration of a certain planet, whereas Stella Nova is more about the galaxy. Like
stars and stuff like that, yeah.
Yeah, so I could be completely off on that, but at least that's how we understood it. But it is, again, there's a couple of differences just like that. But we also, before we get into our deep dive review, we did want to review the food items that we got, which I think were both breakfast items. So what was that again? The muffin?
I got like an English muffin with sausage, egg, and cheese. It was good, and it's convenient because you can just grab it and you're not having to stand there and wait if you want it to go.
It's already prepared.
Yeah, so it was good, warm. I wouldn't say it tasted like anything special, but it was exactly what I would expect. So it was good.
And we also got some additional breakfast, and we got the gravy biscuits.
Yep.
What else was it?
And we got the breakfast potatoes, but the biscuits and gravy comes with the over easy eggs, and I couldn't quite tell if there was like onions in it. It said it did in the gravy, but regardless, I thought the gravy was great. It's like every time we eat breakfast at any of the resorts, I always like to get the gravy biscuit because the gravy is always good. Yeah, Lowe's Hotel gravy. I guess gotta look into that. And I agree. I did have some of the gravy biscuit. It is it's a pretty good recipe, whatever it is, and we always do enjoy that. But overall, our stay here has been really good. It was funny because when we checked in, we asked for a room near the elevator, and the lady checking us in, she said, "Well, the room's not really near the elevator, like it's a little bit of a walk," and we were like, it's okay, let's just go ahead and get in our room, and so we can get our stuff in and settled for the day. And Seth and I get up here, and it's not far at all in comparison to like when we stayed at Cabana Bay. I felt like we would walk like 3 minutes maybe or longer. Yeah, that's what it felt like
to just get from our room
Yeah.
to like the elevator.
Yeah.
So we were like, this isn't long at all.
Yeah.
And we were just expecting when she said that for it to be like way out. But we were also talking to some ladies last night, and they said the exact same thing that I've said before, where when we were at Stella Nova and now here, how it feels like a mini Aventura, where it feels small, but you know there's hundreds of people, of course, here staying. And I like that Universal's going in that direction, because people can have, you know, quiet time and privacy, and they feel like it is a small resort, so it's not as like intimidating as like walking into, say, like Cabana Bay, where there's music, check-in, a bar, right? Like everything's right there and it's huge, you know. So I like that feeling, and for that reason and the price, this is one of the budget-friendly hotels. I think this is a great option. Yeah. But if you're really trying to decide between Stella Nova and Terra Luna, honestly, I would just say flip a coin at that point.
Yeah, I would, especially if they're like the same price. I mean, I would, you know, either one. They're both definitely worth it.
Yeah. But anyways, guys, we hope you enjoyed this video. Please be sure to like this video, comment, let us know if you plan on staying at Terra Luna, and please don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more Universal content coming soon. So until next time, we hope to see you on the next adventure. Bye.